So run through on programming some of the display functions, charts, sonar, data bars. I'm going to start in charts. We use the fishing chart mostly. We're in the corner bars, corner data fields. I prefer going like this. We're going to go edit overlays, data, sidebar. And then from here we can either just click that and say, what I like to see is water depth on the top right of every screen, and we'll see that as we go along. And then the next thing I want to see under satellite positioning is GPS speed, water temp, and another good one is the system unit voltage. And then we go in and we look at our layers chart, tides and currents. If we go into that and put the sliders on, that'll turn all the tide stations on, which looks like this. It goes away if you zoom out enough, but here we're zooming in, probably one more. And here they are. This is a tide station right here and right there, and it's indicating the tide's on its way down, and it's basically low tide. The amount of blue filled into that box is how much of the tide is there. Then we'll go back into layers, chart, restricted areas. I like to turn all the restricted areas on. I can't imagine you don't want to know about all the restricted areas. Land points of interest. It's not going to give you a lot until you have the chart card upgrade, but I just turn it on for readiness. Okay, and then we're going to go into layers and my vessel. Heading line can be a cool one. I like to activate the heading line, and then it brings up a sub menu. We click into that. Right now the distance is in feet. If we make that distance in miles and we make the distance a divisible by 5 number, for example, 025. Once we do that, here's our heading line, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each between is 5 miles. If you set it at 5, you can get 1 mile increments, so it can give you some good range knowledge there. Tracks are on. Water, we want the depth shading on. And then that's pretty much that. Okay, so we close out and stop panning here. Stop panning. So that's what we look like. Now I want to make it so the depth is in the top right corner of everywhere we go. So let's just go home. We're going to go into the radar. Every page needs to be programmed individually. So here we are. We need to program. So the other way we can do this, we're already a sidebars. We can just press and hold right from here. Press and hold. Go down to water. Water depth. Make this one GPS speed. Satellite positioning, GPS speed. Make this one system unit voltage. Every page we go to is got the ability to be different, but my recommendation is personal preference is to make them all the same. So as you're going from page to page, you are very familiar with where to look at just a glance. So that's radar. Sonar. Sonar gives you some data fields populated here, but I like them, you know, once again, personal preference, but I like them to be all the same. So we're going to options, edit overlays, data, sidebar, and then we'll go in, we're gonna go in and once again, water depth, satellite speed, system voltage, close out. So this stuff over here, we can erase that. If we go into options, sonar setup, appearance, and then we're going to go, it's down one, you gotta scroll up, it's right here, overlay data, and then we're just gonna turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, hide, and turn it off. So now we have a blank screen with just the regular old data sidebar. Okay, so then we're gonna go into doing that on each page, but I'm not gonna make the video that long. It's the same. The other thing I do want to show though is we have what's called pinned here. This is like your favorite stuff, the stuff you use all the time. So what I would recommend is go into charts, drop fishing chart or your chart of your preference, add to pinned, go into radar, add to pinned, go into sonar, add to pinned, and then go into combo, do a chart sonar combo, add to pinned, and a chart radar combo, add to pinned. Okay, vessel, we could pin the autopilot here, why not? And we'll pin active captain. So now when we go to pin, it's going to be all the stuff we commonly use, as well as when we go into charts and we're or wherever we go. So now if you look close, it's in the order that we pinned it. So I'll show you how you can rearrange it. But so now we don't even have to go home to go to the radar. It's right there. We just click it, we're in radar, and click it, we're in sonar, we're in combo. Or you can go home, and if you are working from pin, so if you're in radar, going home, chart. So you don't have to go home, go chart, and click that. So it's just a quicker way to get there. If you get the pinned and you want to rearrange them because they're not in the order you want, if you just press and hold one, it's going to bring up an option to rearrange, and then you just select the one and wherever you want it, put it there, and then now it's over there. When we select it, we can put it back. Chart is the main function, so I usually start with chart. Radar is safety, so chart, radar, sonar, those are our three mains, and you can add stereos and autopilots and so all kinds of stuff, as you probably know. That's pretty much what I got. Hope it helps.